In this video, we will look at the difference between graph of execution versus graph of evaluation. Let's do this by using an example in Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. The prerequisite for you to understand this is to know about entity relationship diagram and the use of database management tool to create database schema. Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio can be used to create database schema. Here is the ERD that we are trying to create. We have a table called register items. Inside register items, we have the following fields: project ID, CR stage, item number, category, ITBC, and notes. We will transfer this information into a table of a database that we have created. The name of this database table is register items, and the fields will be created as column names. As you can see, both are similar. In database design for relational tables, we need to have some of the columns to be uniquely identifying the column values. In our case, referring to the ERD, the project ID, CR stage, and item number should be the composite primary key. The composite primary key is a combination of two or more columns to form the key. Now let us come back to graph of execution. What is graph of execution? Graph of execution is the gap between a user's goal for action and the means to execute that goal. Now, I would like to have project ID, stage, and item number to become my primary key. How do I go about doing that? I can explore. My intention is to create primary key, but I need to figure out how to do that. There's a set primary key here, and I also just realized in the icon bar, the menu bar, the icon bar, there is also set primary key there. The next question is, how do I have all these three to become a primary key? Now, if I do like this, it'll be one by one, but it seems that I can press the shift button and select all three fields, all three columns at the same time, and then I can either right click to set them as primary key, or I can choose the icon from the icon bar, or I can choose it from the menu. Set primary key. So let's try this one. I can use any of them. So this is graph of execution, whereby my intention is to turn three of these columns into a primary key, and I have the means to do so by clicking the set primary key icon after choosing all three. So this is graph of execution. Now how about graph of evaluation? Graph of evaluation is the degree to which the system provides representations that can be directly perceived and interpreted in terms of the expectations and intentions of the user. Now, does this interface have a good graph of evaluation? Apparently yes, because immediately after I click set primary key, I immediately have indication that these three columns have become the primary key, as indicated by a key icon here. So that's a good graph of evaluation. A poor interface design wouldn't allow me to know that the action has been carried out correctly. And a poor interface design for graph of execution will leave me clueless on how to turn my intention, which is to create primary keys. I have no idea how to go about doing it. But in this case, the graph of execution is not that wide because I can easily explore for the actions by exploring the interface. So tell me, maybe you want to try on your own. If you have a Microsoft SQL Management Studio, how would you remove the primary key? I think you probably have known if you pay attention. And what about the graph of evaluation? How do I know that the action has been carried out correctly? Graph of evaluation. Okay, graph of action, graph of execution. I just need to go to this icon. It says that remove primary key. So my intention is to remove primary key. And I know from here that has been carried out successfully. Graph of evaluation. So there you go. The difference between graph of execution versus graph of evaluation. Thank you very much for having me.